How's the surfing today? No surf? It looks pretty rough.
No, it's nothing.
You must be experienced, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna rent a motorbike. He's a pretty good deal, about $6 per day. But he tells me that you have to have a license. Okay, can you tell what happened?
And when you have no license, the police always they check it always. They check it all. Because now they have must be all is helmet. Helmet. I give you helmet, but license you must have license.
So if you don't have a license, they can take the motorbike.
Yeah, sometimes they take a motorbike, or they have they take the registration for motorbike.
Yeah.
We must go to cruise for ticket there.
Yeah.
They pay there.
Yeah, in Thailand, if the police stop you, you just have to pay some money, and then it's okay.
Oh,
You can go. No.
You know, no now.
No, okay. Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Go friend of good.
I have to get a bicycle, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, bye.
You're welcome. Yeah.
I want to tell you what just happened. I went for a swim, and they cleaned my hotel room here, and I mistakenly left a bunch of money, about $70 in my pants pocket, and she even folded the pants and put them on a chair, but she didn't take the money. And so there's a lot of honest people. This is close to about $70, but there's a lot of honest people. Not everybody's out to get you. And I sense that too here in Bali. People just seem so sweet and so nice, with the exception of the hustlers, the guys on the streets. And there's a lot of those guys. They're just, first they try to get you for a taxi. They want to take you for a taxi ride, but then they try to upsell you on other stuff. And there's all these guys all over the place. The taxi is just a way to upsell to other services. I just ignore those guys. But some people get a bad taste for Bali just because of that. Because everybody runs into them, and they're on every street corner. And shouldn't let that ruin your Kuta. Kuta is an awesome place. Has a beautiful beach, cheap hotels. I mean, it's fun, and and I've seen the Balinese people, the people who live and work here, are just so sweet, so nice. But don't let the hustlers ruin your or change your perception. me, I would take a beach like this over a pristine beach. Because it's still very beautiful and there's just a lot of action. It's interesting, you know. Dogs hanging out playing. Surfers, a whole lot of surfers here. A lot of people with cameras. But hey, look at this. Great time to take a picture. Here's a temple, and I've seen this all over Southeast Asia. Not in Thailand, but you see it in Vietnam, you see it in Taiwan. I saw it pretty much everywhere. You see it all over Bali. See these roads, you're better off riding a motorbike. Nowhere to walk. But anyways, before I was really interrupted by that horn, there's temples all over, and they have that sign, so it's obviously a significant sign, whatever it means, in Buddhist and Hindu cultures. But yeah, see, you're better off in most of these Southeast Asian countries riding a motorbike because you go with the flow of traffic, and you're actually a lot more in danger trying to walk around in these streets. You're just walking with the traffic. Any route, like that one guy, just I wasn't even in the way, he just beeped at me. But you see these temples all over, you know, just walking around all over. Like every block there's 2 or 3 temples. It's pretty amazing, and this is right in Kuta too, you know. It's I'm gonna cut through here because I'm trying to get to another side street, get some juice. Man, this pineapple is some of the best pineapple I've ever had. It's amazing how fruit it can be so night and day. Like you get some bad pineapple and it's like stings your mouth, and it's real harsh kinda. It's not a whole lot of flavor. You get a lot of that kind of pineapple in Thailand, but this pineapple, wow, it's just amazing. Just so sweet and packed with flavor, and sweet and sour, and just and doesn't burn your mouth. It's just an explosion of flavor in your mouth. It's amazing. That's the weird thing about fruit, is that like 90% of it is either just okay or kind of bad or kind of good. Really good fruit is only like maybe 10% of the fruit you're gonna ever come across. And a lot of times that's priced more expensive. But when you get really good fruit, it's just an amazing, that's really in season and really ripe and really just perfect to eat. It's really, and that applies for almost any fruit, mangoes, cherries, and that's why it's so difficult to like go, I think, fruitarians, because it's so hard to get that really, if you just could get that real good 10% fruit, I think you could just live off fruit. But there's a whole lot of meat, and you would enjoy it too. It wouldn't be difficult, but it's just there's so much poor or mediocre fruit. You know, Actually, I think fruit's not the thing you really want to get money on. This was actually more expensive for pineapple. It was $3 in a supermarket. But at the time, I was like, whatever, I want some pineapple. I didn't care. And I was rewarded for paying a little higher price. So I think, if you're a big fruit eater, you find the spots. I was kind of doing this in Thailand too. You find the places where that has the dealers and the markets and the sellers and supermarkets. There's always little sweet spots. You find they got certain types of fruit that are good here or not good here. And it's kind of a trial and error, but you find the good spots, and pay the money because there's no better fruit. Fruit's the only food that doesn't require sauces, cooking. It's just good the way it is. It's full of all these natural enzymes, and you don't have to do anything to it, and it tastes good. Good fruit. You don't have to cook it like meat and flavor it with sauces or with rice or potatoes. You got to put a lot of salt and pepper and soy sauce, and it's just good the way it is. So it kind of tells me that it's from a biological perspective, it could be the best food there is. But it's just so hard to find that real good ripe fruit. I think, we lived more in the nature environment. It wasn't that hard because we lived more of a primitive existence. We didn't have much to do in the day other than to look for food sources and, maybe with a few hours left over to do other things. But a lot of the day was spent looking and prodding and looking for food. And, you'd probably get pretty good at that, and you would know how to get the best, where to get the best, fruit and how to look for it and what fruit's the best and sweetest, and probably pass over a lot of like the not good fruit and just pick the best, ripest ones. But now it's just a modern fruit's not the kind of thing that's really good for the modern commercial system, and especially if you want to get the good fruit. So that's the big challenge for a heavy fruit eater. These are mantis shrimp. They have them in bottles because they can actually break the case.
有几颗大的很大了。
4个，价格都是一样的，对吗？下来多少钱？让他算一下一个多少钱？我们还有好多人，一个多少钱？
毛无数啊，在马劳多上吗？
都有黄的吧？都有黄的吧？
Yeah, they can break the display case. That's why they're also in a plastic bottle. They have a huge spear. This thing looks like something from the Predator or something. a disco? Oh, yeah. That, is it like this every night here? Are you from Bali?
Bali.
All right, cool.
It's good, eh? Woo! Getting on it tonight in the Sky Garden.
I want to challenge you to arm wrestle, but I think I lose. I think it's a given.
We don't need to do an arm wrestle.